Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Sunday, the 22nd of March, 2026. The year of green wicks and BSV Terranoda in the mix. Branch of threads, expand your mind with tree chat, die, all your posts put on chain. Here we go. So some posts to go through. Look, there are 1,500 newspapers, 1,100 magazines, 9,000 radio stations, 1,500 TV stations, 2,400 publishers, owned by only 3 corporations. And this is why the world needs Bitcoin. Yeah, so we're going to go through these posts, go through the figures as per usual. Look at the transactions. Look at that, 3.8 million. So we've smashed Ethereum at 1.8 million, and we are now top of the utility charts, representing 53.6% of the market. But do the shitcoiners and the crypto press want to tell you? No, they don't. We'll have a look at the prices, see what's going on. Got some 365 days of Bitcoin history, and then we'll finish with the Kellenschweller countdown. Right, let's get into it.
Craig says he's Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, them transactions flying free. He's acclaiming his legacy, you'll surely see.
Here we go. So a classic one as to why the world needs Bitcoin. So I've just read this one, but all of this owned by 3 corporations. Again, you know, the corporations, the corporate veil, you know, with all these people controlling it, hiding behind that corporate veil. Oh, it wasn't us, it's corporate manslaughter. It's corporate opinion. Corporations have got no authority whatsoever. Oh, corporations owned by many different people. They're all shareholders. That's right. And yet they're all reporting the same shit. Who controls the future, controls the past, and who controls the present, controls the future. Literally. That's how it works. And this is why the world needs Bitcoin, to expose all of this corruption. Literally. What we need, I mean, literally, the Bitcoin network being an immutable evidence trail of truth, where it can absorb all the world's internet traffic, news broadcasts, radio broadcasts, social media. It's going to be like Twitter on steroids, where people can actually trace the truth and find out who's doing what. This is why it's a race against time. And I think this image here, when you really understand what Bitcoin is and what it does, is probably one of the most poignant images. I find myself, I could probably stare at this like all day and just like, yeah, this is what we're facing. This is what we're up against. It is literally a propaganda battle to find the truth, because once the truth is exposed, you can stop it. But while you don't know the truth, and while there's all this propaganda, all the shit just simply continues. And they'll be continuing with their totalitarian one world government agenda, depopulation, and everything else that they're doing. And it's all because of this. All because there are 1,500 newspapers, 1,011 magazines, 9,000 radio stations, 1,500 TV stations, 2,400 publishers, owned by only 3 corporations. That's where it stems from. And the reason they were able to purchase all these media outlets is because they own the banks. Because all legal and political influence stem from economic power. That's why they did it. You get the banks, you control the media, you bribe the politicians, you coerce and threaten with violence anybody else who doesn't, who tries to call you out. That's how you do it. This is why Bitcoin is so important, because it exposes that, gets rid of the middlemen. People can do it themselves. And we don't need these fraudulent central banks that are causing all the world's wars. Because all wars are bankers' wars. That's why we shouldn't need banks. That's why we should be using a true money. And a true money has to be a commodity. So if you can commoditize the most useful resource, which is data, which is what Bitcoin has done, it solves all the world's problems. It's that simple when you really know it. But great image, that one. And Crypto Rover said here, warning, Vitalik says if crypto keeps centering on gambling with no real world use, the industry will die fast. Oh, no shit, Sherlock. Yeah, that's right. Vitalik said that as if he didn't know that already. But yeah, if it's useful, it's valuable. If it's useless, it's worthless. If you're gambling on an outcome. And at the moment, people are gambling and speculating on this being a world money. That's literally it. Oh, so what's going to make it world money? Oh, we've got this idea, or we've got that idea, or Bitcoin can't do this, but this shitcoin can. Bitcoin can't do that, but this shitcoin can. All this crap is literally bullshit. And the only use case it's got is a digital network for digital requirements. All the world's digital requirements. So literally all those like multinational companies that are running their own server networks don't need them anymore. All the small to medium size enterprises, paying for their digital requirements like web services, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Cloud, don't need them anymore. Now you've got a pay-as-you-go immutable network that can scale for all the world to use for all of their digital requirements. That's what Bitcoin really is. And Bitcoin is a common private network. So rather than people saying public-private network, the word is actually common. It's a common network because it's common for anyone and everyone to use, but it's private. So it's a common private network, not a public-private network, because public-private sounds like an oxymoron. Yeah. But yeah, they mentioned this, and check out this. Illuminati bot said in the year 2000, there were 9 countries without a Rothschild-owned or controlled central bank. 1. Iran. 2. Iraq. 3. Sudan. Libya. Cuba. North Korea. Afghanistan. Syria. Venezuela. And how many of those now have a central bank? It looks like Iran's going to have a central bank pretty soon. But certainly, yeah, Iraq, Sudan, Libya. Not sure about Cuba. Not sure about North Korea, but Afghanistan, yep. Syria, yeah. And Venezuela. Oh, yeah. Indeed. All right, mate. And check this out. OX Nobler said, breaking here, BlackRock just started liquidating all Bitcoin ahead of the US futures market open. They dumped $120 million in 5 minutes and keep dumping even more right now. Looks like they know more bad news is coming today, even though Bitcoin's got nothing to do with the markets. Can't see the legacy address. But yeah, the price has gone down earlier today, so we'll have a look at those. Yeah, look, so it was hovering around 70, now it's 67,900. Hasn't really. Well, the thing is, though, Gradecoin moves that much in a day anyway. B crash 464. Fisher price cash. Who cares? Bitcoin at just $14. Hash rate on its way down. That's normally 0.02. Now it's 0.01. Network nodes 0.17. There's 0.19 the other day, up from 0.13. Transactions though, 87.3. Block size 86.1. So still relatively small blocks coming through, but 63, 23, 12, 11, 13, 14, 14, 64, 27, 29, 10. So 64 being the biggest block in there. More data in that one block than there is in the entire column on Gradecoin. Yeah. 19,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin. Mining Bitcoin at a 22.6% comparable loss. But that's because there's demand for it. Politics in the pie charts then. Here we go. Global hash rate 7 days, 24 hours. Gradecoin had, Foundry USA pulled down to 23.61. And pool. I wonder if Foundry USA pool have found something out there. Actually, why are we holding this shit when we want to be dumping it? Yeah. B crash other miners 16.6 on there. Fisher price cash not bothered. I'll have to have a look at the mining on what's on chain. Here we go. Tal 26.9. QD Link 18.6. Cuved 17.2. Gorilla Pool 11.7. SO1 11. Mole Pool 8.9. Other 3.45. And a Mining Dutch 2.07. Dashboard. Look at this, 4 million transactions over the last 24 hours. 4 million. Let's just double check that on BitInfo charts here. Here we go. Yeah, going up there. Look, they're a little bit behind there. That's 3,928,423 transactions over the last 24 hours, representing 53.3% of the entire market, smashing Ethereum. Smashing Ethereum, which is usually in top place at 1.8 million transactions. XRP stuck at 677. Greg Coin, like, who cares? But this goes to show you how quickly things can change overnight. And 3.9 million transactions is nothing. It's nothing. Literally. I've seen this doing 152 million transactions in 24 hours. You know? Literally, the transactions are going to have to go absolutely ballistic. And then the price starts moving. That's how it works. Yeah. Bitcoin versus Greg Coin. So just losing out slightly there. Let's have a look at Bitcoin here. Against the US dollar. Oh, see, look at that. 13.8. So it looks like, oh, yeah, it's just gone down there. Never mind. Cross-reference that with Orange Gateway. Not really showing, but there was a breakout to the upside there. Yeah, orangex.com showing that downward movement in the price. Live coin watch. So we got Greg Coin at $67,000. Yeah, look at that. Boom, down, and then boom again. Keep an eye on the charts on the right hand side. Yeah, some movements looking very similar there. Bitcoin down at coin market cap, rank number 80, and it's ahead in utility. Top of the entire market. Top of the entire market. Look at that, coin market cap 279 million, and yet we've got Greg Coin over 1.3 trillion, Ethereum 241 billion, XRP 84 billion, and we're just 297 million. It's absolutely ridiculous. But I say we there, I feel like I'm joining a football team. Team BSV. Yeah, mate. That's what it's all about. So, 365 days of Bitcoin history on the 22nd of March 2019. Luke Dash Jr. posted, if people are too poor to run a full node, they just can't use Bitcoin. Look at that. If people are too poor for a full node, they just can't use Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for everybody, but this just goes to show you the level of attacks, the audacity that they've got. 22nd of March 2019, Craig did actually put a post out there, but can't see that anymore. Never mind, but yeah, there we go. Look at that. And I think Samson Mao said Bitcoin isn't designed for anybody who lives on $2 a day. He goes, you're thinking about somebody with your intelligence, but who is poor. And it's all about being poor. It's just so ridiculous. It makes me ill. Anyway, we're now day the 22nd of March. It's day 185 of the Kellenschweller countdown. When is this going to finish? Who knows? You're going to have to stay tuned to find out, because when it does, it's going to be absolutely epic. So until then, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and I hope you understand.
I understand.
Do you?
Do you? This is it. I'm telling you, this is it.
The king still has one more move.